Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Jake with PackMan Sports with a video here that on Victory Tuesday, where the Packers came out with a 35-17 victory over the Detroit Lions on Monday night at Lambeau Field. And again, it's also Aaron Rodgers Tuesday on the Pat McAfee show, in which he went on earlier and had something pretty good to say on the Pat McAfee show, in which Ty, the guy that you're seeing right here to the screen on your right, on this dropping dime shirt with Aaron on the front cover right there, he is going to ask Aaron a question, and which Aaron has a really great response to. I've watched this on the way back from work, and I just wanted to be able to come in here and make a video on what Aaron said. And this is something what I've been talking about for the past couple of years, about the media and how they want to be able to take certain things and twist it to whatever narrative that sees fit for what their agenda is all about. And they do it for certain select reasons and going after certain select players, one of them being our quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. And he has probably taken arguably the most media scrutiny and hate out of probably just about any player in the NFL. And in certain measures, it's been a really big time crap fest, really. And it's what people seem to want to crave, and they just want to keep on eating more and more and getting their ears tickled. And it's just more and more drama that the media just wants to be able to feed to the sports world. And I'll just play this clip right here on the Pat McAfee show where Ty asks this really good question.
We've talked ad nauseum about how no matter what you do, there's always going to be detractors and people talking shit. And it was like that this whole week leading up to the game. And then last night, even, going into halftime, you're 11-13 or whatever with, 2 touchdowns. You look great, and people are still picking apart and, trying to dance on your grave or whatever. And you alluded to it in your post-game presser, how, I'm not necessarily going to respond, but, I see what everyone's been saying. Are there any people, at this point, do you know who's kind of in your corner? Do you ever see stuff and it's like, oh, shit, I can't believe this guy's, got something, some sort of issue with me? And does it, piss you off? I saw a lot of people were saying that, you didn't care until the Tanyan throw last night. That's when it clicked, and it's like, oh, okay, we can see he cares again. Is it one of those things where that's still just outside noise and you don't give a shit? Or is it what the fuck are these guys talking about?
It's a combination of both. I mean, on one hand, it's absolute horseshit to give a platform to people who have no idea what they're talking about. So my mental state and, my focus, my work habits, people that have not been around me, they're not in my life, I don't have communication with them, or not in the locker room. I mean, that's just it's chicken shit. It's so ridiculous that people get a platform to do this, and it's the same type of people. On the flip side of that,
what's pretty interesting there is that, yeah, these are the mainstream media people. This is like your Fox Sports, your ESPN, and other networks that are basically in the mainstream media. But it's also not just the mainstream media too. This is all on YouTube. You can get some stuff like this on Twitter. Just about anything really that's available online, not just on TV. You can get all this kind of stuff here, and people really don't have any clue what they're talking about. Obviously don't talk to Aaron. They don't really know what he's really up to, what he's really thinking about, how he really feels about the Packers, what he wants to do. So they jump to all kinds of outlandish, crazy conclusions, like, oh, he's throwing the game for the Packers because he's so pissed off at them. Oh, he doesn't really care. He's obviously still on vacation. He's obviously still on vacation in Hawaii, or oh, he's just retired and stuff like that. All this stuff is outlandish sayings, so that way people would tune in and listen, and because they want to get their ears tickled. It's especially the haters, the doubters.
In this day and age in media, the things that get the most, it's all about clicks, right, and hits and views, and 1 second counts as a view. So the actually opinions that are garnering the most attention are the most outlandish. So it's not even overreaction Monday or Tuesday anymore. It's Overreaction every time a microphone's in your face. Every time you have a single shot in the camera and you get to talk to camera. Every time you're on a panel, it's who can say the most outlandish things because that's going to give you the most hits. That's the media we live in. That's fine. But
it's really a case of attracting attention. A lot of these people in the media, they're very much attention-seeking, and they look for just about anything that, like I said, because people want to get their ears tickled. And stuff like this, negativity tickles the ears, and that's what people want to keep on getting over and over and over again. It's the same stuff, and it's very degrading, and it doesn't really help you as a sports fan. It doesn't help you learn anything. It doesn't help it doesn't help you learn more about the game. It doesn't help you learn more about players, about how things work, as far as a team being able to do whatever it takes to be able to win a football game, and then it's all a collective effort from the front office to the coaches all the way down to the players. And it's not about that anymore. It's just about going after a celebrity player, putting all the microscope and the attention on this celebrity player, and making it about them when it's not about context, and it's not about football teams. It's not about any of that anymore. It's about taking shots at a player if they have this select player that they don't like, and they just want to be able to go after him and attack a certain player, and going as far as saying what this person is thinking and feeling about a certain football team. And you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Aaron, and that's what the media has certainly done, especially this past week when the Packers lost to the New Orleans Saints in Week 1. All this led up to obviously yesterday when before we beat the Detroit Lions, and they were grilling not just the Packers. They were especially going after Aaron Rodgers.
At the same time, I still at this show, I have my weekly stuff. I mean, most people, don't use their platform to defend themselves. I don't think I need to defend myself when people aren't worth spending time.
No, you don't have to.
But I'm always going to give a reminder that listen to the source, of some of these things, and be reminded it's often the same people in the same tired rhetoric. I was just surprised after Week 1 there was such a, story out there. But what's crazy to me is to let one storyline, right, by a person who has no contact with me, has zero relationship, to that becomes some sort of like narrative that's out there that now I somehow don't care about ball because of my Zen attitude in the off season. That's the bullshit I was talking about last night. And I think that regardless of what happens this season or how we do moving forward, we have a tough schedule. There's going to be some ups and downs for sure. We're a team that's, finding our identity slowly, as always happens throughout the year. But, the trolls are out there, I get it. But the truth and fact should not be replaced by conjecture, ill-founded conjecture. And when it is, then I'm thankful for this opportunity and for my pressers to be able to say, hey, look, just think about who's saying these things.
Hey, that was a big fuck you. I enjoyed that. Hey, I want to let you know I enjoyed that there. Well,
yeah, that was really, really good. Very well explained about how this is what the media is, and I'm glad he was able to call them out, even though he didn't have to. Aaron doesn't need to do anything to defend himself or anything like that. And, it's like once he does something wrong, and then all of a sudden he's washed up, he's doing something, he's a bad leader, he can't win, and all this kind of stuff. And it's the same people saying that it's the same old stuff over and over again. That's something what I talked about that's something that I talked about earlier. It's I think Aaron just dropped the mic on that one, and it was pretty well said.
Articulated, obviously, you did the whole thing. You did a State of the Union almost in the world we live in, but it needs to be said, and I appreciate the hell out of that. I'm sorry, AJ, go ahead. That was awesome. That was a great question, Todd.
Good question, Ty. Yeah, how has that changed though? From when you got in the league till now, has it changed, and how does it feel different from how the media is, or how you guys interact with the media?
It's way different age because I think all these people who are on these shows now believe they're celebrities and then believe that they have this platform to, use it to say whatever the hell they want. And that's how.
Yep, that's a shot at Fox Sports, ESPN. Unfortunately, these people are celebrities, like Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharpe. I mean, he was a celebrity before that because he was a football player. Michael Irvin, same thing with him. These people, unfortunately, are celebrities, and they are looked up as celebrities because they are on mainstream TV, and they are rich people. So, and then you got some people here on YouTube that also think that they're celebrities, and that's really something that is very much a part of the current culture that is, and you can use alternative media sources like YouTube to be able to get your voice out, and you can say what you want to say on this type of platform, and you can use it in such a bad way to be and go down to the lows of the lows, like a Skip Bayless and a Shannon Sharpe and other media pundits like that, that you will take and go down and use certain false narratives and stuff like that to obviously lie to people about and slander people, and especially slandering Aaron Rodgers because of personal bias and not giving out anything of substance, really. And that's a really big problem in today's sports world, is that it really truly lacks a substance. When I think back in 2005, back when Aaron was drafted, it was a really different world. The sports world was very different, and but things did slowly start to decline to the point of where it is now. But I think things were just a lot better back then. The media thing was very different, where it was kind of more, you were looking for more information based instead of things that are outside of the realm of football of itself or whatever sport you're watching. Instead, it's diving more into personal things about what this celebrity football player, this star football player is doing, saying, or what he's doing in the off season, and it's about that stuff rather than about really what this football player is doing on and off or what's doing on the field, what he's doing, with the team and practicing, and how things are going with being able to help a team win.
They garner the attention. That's how they get promotions. That's how they get to be on multiple networks. That's how they, get their name out there, get a blue check mark, and get to go to the Met Ball and whatever the hell's going on. You know what I mean? It's like, that's the society we're in now. It's when I first got in the league in 2005 and you got into 2006. I mean, social media wasn't a thing unless you had a MySpace, and it was all about who was your top 5. Top 10. They expanded it. What kind of music you had in the background.
I actually kind of miss MySpace.
About, your social media following, your likes, your how many views on a page. I think it's different. It's all about how many impressions you can have for things that you say. So what's gonna, it's not gonna be the relax, we're fine, this is 1 week, it was a dud, we're gonna bounce back. That doesn't do anything. That doesn't move the needle for anybody. But you start saying some outlandish things about, what I did in the off season and me wanting to be on Jeopardy and not play ball, all this other, ridiculousness that Tom Fanning, told me was out there. Which I really didn't see myself. I just think it's that's the state of the media that we're in.
Yeah, I mean, that's really truly what it is. This is the state of sports, of the sports world in general, and it's really sunk to a really new low, and it's not like what it used to be. When I was a youngster, it used to be more about what things were going on in the sports world, and things that were outside of it were not really talked about as much. And people used to be able to go to the TV sources for information, but now you can get that on the internet. You can get that on all kinds of different internet resources. And so I think I will leave this right here. I think I got a pretty good context of what Aaron said, and it was very much spot on. And let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. I'll catch you guys later for another one. Go Pack Go.